I swear. Maybe I just turned the camera on at the wrong time when he's hungry. Or he just knows, like, the camera's on. Let's eat. Can we introduce ourselves first? You want to say hey? Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is Romy Bear with his little bears. I call him Romy, but his name is Rome. And this video is going to be about my breastfeeding journey. And when I found out that I was pregnant with Rome, it was a shock. But when I first started researching everything and learning how to be a mom, basically I have no siblings, I have no other like little babies that I've ever had to look after. I've never been like a babysitter or anything like that, so everything baby was very new to me. I knew nothing about putting a car seat, breastfeeding, formula feeding, nothing. Everything is brand new, was brand new to me, and I'm still learning. So motherhood is a learning journey. You learn as you go. No one ever knows exactly, the right answer, but you try to learn and research the best things for your baby and yourself. So I just want to make a video about how my breastfeeding journey is and was, and how I plan on still doing it or whatnot. So I knew. Well, let me start off by saying breastfeeding was not always my, oh, I know I want to do that. Definitely breastfeeding, that's number one, point blank. It never was like that. Never really even planned kids, to be honest, but I was like, yeah, formula fed, breastfed, it's all the same thing. Your baby is fed, right? And I still feel that way. But when I got pregnant, I was like, well, let me look into this breastfeeding thing. Like, what is so great about breastfeeding, and how hard is it, and am I going to be able to do it? Am I going to be able to do it out in public? I'm a pretty shy person, so is that something that I can do? And it ended up being something I really liked. When I researched, I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. I just like that he basically gets all of his nutrients from me, and you ready to eat? Oh, he's like, I'm tired of hearing you talk. I'm gonna eat your fingers. Okay, let me feed him real quick. He's a hungry boy, but that's good. He's a hungry, growing boy. So when I found out that, okay, I want to breastfeed and I want to go full force doing it, I had some formula already ordered and at the house ready to go, just in case, because like I said, the baby needs to eat when the baby needs to eat. Either it's breast milk, formula, it is what it is, whatever. So, am I talking too much? Where was I? Feeding your baby is feeding your baby. So I just didn't know exactly what, I didn't know exactly how demanding it was and how often he would want to eat, and the pumping. Oh, the pumping is the worst part. That's like, if I had to go back to work and pump full time, I don't know if I would be able to do it, to be honest. I enjoy being able to, when he's hungry, just be able to whip it out and give it to him. But if I had to pump the whole time, I don't think I would be able to do it, to be honest. And I don't know, because I don't have to go back to work right now, and I don't have to pump all the time. But I give it up to you ladies and you mothers who pump religiously to feed your babies. So when I first started off in the hospital, it was very painful. It was not like I expected. I was like, oh, he's just gonna feed and it's not gonna hurt, whatever. But we had to learn different holding styles, and we did the football hold at first, and he ended up being it just wasn't comfortable for me or him, so we switched to his feeding like this, and mostly I enjoy feeding him with a pillow, breastfeeding pillow. The my breast friend is my favorite pillow to feed with. I just plop him right on top. He lays towards me perfectly, and I can do whatever, be on my phone, I can be playing with his hair, whatever. My hands are free. Sometimes when he's like this, it just seems like he's uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable, and it's like, are you done eating, because my back is hurting? But in the hospital, I had pillows to help me out, and lactation consultants came around to help me out as well, which was perfect. And they had nipple balm that helped keep my nipples from getting chapped, which is also perfect. And if you still experience that, I would recommend like keeping your nipple balm on hand, because it helps not get chapped and bleeding and stuff like that. Luckily, I never did have to go through the bleeding process, and it never did chap, because I went the preventative route. I was like, oh, I'm keeping my nips very moisturized so that they do not start to chap and bleed, because that's a no-no. Like, that just looks like it hurts. And then, so we left the hospital fine. He lost a lot of weight as expected, gained it right back as expected. He was gaining weight like super fast. He was like 10 pounds at 1 month, and then he was like 15 pounds really fast, and then around the second checkup he stopped gaining weight as frequent, as fast as he was. He was still eating the same, but he was sleeping more through the night. He was eating about maybe, you done? Through the night, maybe once or twice as a newborn, and then he started to sleep through the night, so I didn't have to feed him through the night. So that was maybe 2 feedings down, and he hadn't been gaining like the same amount of weight, and I was like, what's going on? Because I have a scale that weighs him after I feed him, before I feed him, it weighs him whenever. It's the Hatch Baby Grow, or Grow Baby Hatch, whatever. It's the changing pad that weighs the baby. So I was keeping up with his weight that way, and then, you know, obviously your doctors keep up with the weight when you go to your doctor's appointment. So the doctor was like, he's not gaining as fast as he was, but he's at the weight that he should be for his age. So he was at a weight that was good for his age, and he everything else was looking fine. His head circumference, his length, his poops, his pees, all that was fine. So the drop in, well, he didn't lose weight, he just wasn't gaining weight, so that was fine. And for me, I was just like, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not like thickening him up, basically making him gain more weight? Because I was like, why is my milk so much, but I'm not making him gain weight as fast as he was? I thought like a pound a week was normal, you know, for him. And it turned out to be that he just, I don't know, I guess he just leveled out, and now he's more active, he's not feeding through the night. So it's nothing about your milk, because your body basically produces what you need. Whatever the baby takes, your body produces, and it's like, baby needs this amount, your body makes it. And I was pumping a lot in the beginning because I had a trip to Greece planned, a 10-day trip, and I had planned this trip before I even knew I was pregnant. So, and because of Corona, it got pulled back, and I was like, I'm going on this trip. Like, it's Greece, I'm going, and I've got an amazing mom, grandma, grandpa, and all that can take care of him while I'm gone. So I was like, let's do it. I pumped. I had bags on bags on bags ready for him to eat while I was gone, and I was like, he better not run out. Luckily, he didn't. So I kind of made myself an overproducer at that moment, and I was like, am I making too much watery milk? Like the fore milk, and there's hind milk, so the fore milk is more watery. He's down there banging on it. and the hind milk is more fatty. And I'm like, where's my fatty milk? Why do I only have like this amount of fat in my milk when I store it? And to come out to find out that is normal. So when I basically just took that in and said, okay, this is normal, I felt a little bit better about feeding him. And I was like, at first I was like, he's not gaining weight a pound a week. I need to jump to formula. I need to start supplementing formula, because why is he not gaining that weight, right? And then I just took a step back and I was like, okay, he's gaining weight, just not as fast as he was. He's healthy. Everything is going in the right direction, so I don't need to just jump straight into formula, but listen to my body and his. And he's still pooping and peeing. I'm still making milk. He seems fine. He's not like fussy after a feed. He's not like colicky. He doesn't seem like he has sore, like a like a painful feeling in his tummy. He's a very happy baby. So I'm like, I think everything is just going great. And my doctor confirmed that he is fine at the weight that he is, and he's gaining weight. At least he's not losing weight. So we're doing the right thing. So I'm continuing to breastfeed, and now he is almost 19 pounds. And I still, even though I know the weight is not going to change that much, I still religiously weigh him, because I feel like if he does start to lose weight, I want to know before I have like a doctor's appointment in 2 months or so, you know. Because they go monthly at the beginning, but then, you know, they start to space out. So he is 6 months now, and he is 19 pounds, and he's thriving off of my breast milk for right now. And I don't see myself supplementing with formula, and I hopefully make it to my 1 year mark is my goal, and longer if he wants to. I'm just going to listen to him and my body. I'm just going to do whatever, you know, whatever works. And as of for public feeding, so this part is a hard part, because some people are shy, like me. I'm shy, but when it comes to like doing something that I have to do, I'm not like, I don't worry that much about it. Like, my baby needs to eat, so my baby's going to eat. So my baby ate wherever he wanted to eat. And I think my first time, I don't know where I was. Out to eat, maybe, because I love to eat, so I was probably out somewhere eating. And so I had brought all these nursing tops. I bought a few nursing dresses that you can unzip, and you know, you pop it out and they eat. But I've noticed like those don't cover you up either. Your nip is like hanging out of a zipper, you know. And so I still like those shirts, but I like the dresses the most, because to be able to feed in a regular dress is just hard. Like, you gotta pull it all up and whip it all out, and it's like, that's too much work. If I have a breastfeeding dress, zip it and do it. That's fine. But if I'm out in public, I'll just feed him. And usually my shirt covers most of whatever is visible anyway, but I don't really care, because he's eating. And luckily, till this day, I have not had anyone come up and say something stupid to me or my husband, or that's why we're out and about feeding. And I've done it plenty of places. I mean, it's not like I'm out there with both boobs out, my shirt all off and stuff like that anyway, but I mean, I'm feeding my baby, and I don't think I've never really, when I was out in public, looked at a mom and said, oh, she's breastfeeding. That's weird. No, I don't even really notice it. I just go on about my day, and I feel like that's how everybody else should be. But when you think about it, they're not like that. And that's just how people are sometimes. But I feel very blessed, or I don't know what the word would be, but I don't really care what anyone thinks, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So I just do me, really. And sometimes that might get you in trouble, but I do what I want when I want. It's my baby. I'm gonna feed him. So That is how it is. And let's see, the pain will go away once you figure out how to latch that baby on your nipple the right way. The pain will go away. Like you know, if they have like a small latch, that hurts. When he's playing with his toys, when they open wide and they get the whole nipple, that's when you're golden. Like, no more hurting nipples. And you know, your baby could have a tongue tie or a lip tie, and that could make it more painful or more difficult for your baby to learn how to completely latch onto your nipple. So those are some things you might want to get checked out if you're having a hard time getting that perfect latch. And hopefully when you're in the hospital, your lactation consultant will be able to recognize that your baby has one of those, like a lip, I just said what it was and now I literally can't think. Alright, say hey to the people because you want to cry. Say hey to the people because you want to cry. So yes, he loves to pull my hair, and I think all babies love to do that, so yeah. Anyways, I think that's all I have to share about my breastfeeding journey. It is hard, it is demanding. The baby is going to want to be with you, and I find myself enjoying like the time that we get to spend together when he's like ready to feed. I'm like, oh, it's time to feed my baby. Let me go cuddle and snuggle and love on him and let him feed, because I feel like that's our bonding time, you know. And he's like needing me. And that's another thing. One more thing, yes, when you're out and about with your family or whatnot and they're like, oh my gosh, the baby's hungry, you have to feed him, why can't I feed him, blah blah blah. But that really actually kind of irritates me, but I let it slide. I let it slide. Yes, I do, because they're family and I put them in their place sometimes when it needs to be put in place, you know what I mean. He is 6 months, so we are starting to baby-led wean, and that's also something that I can talk to y'all about in another video if you would like, what he eats in a day. So figuring out breastfeeding and feeding schedule is kind of hard, awkward, weird. I don't want to stop feeding him as much as I do feed him, but I don't want to overfeed him with food and milk. So we're figuring it out. I'm listening to him. If he cries and he says, I want some milk, I give him some milk. So, and sometimes he only feeds for like a few minutes. He probably just wants some attention, some loving. That's what it is. You want some attention and loving? So I will give him all the attention and loving that he needs, because I can. I got some lipstick on you. So this is nothing like against mamas who formula feed, because that's hey who formula feed, because that is feeding your baby and you're doing what is best for you. I'm convinced that you need to go back down for a nap. You are doing what is best for you and your baby, and that is all that matters. And for the mamas that are struggling with breastfeeding, continue to struggle, continue to work through your struggle, because it'll be worth it for you in the end. If you're able to do it, do it. Right, baby? Right. And don't forget, happy mama, happy baby. Are you a happy baby? Is that light too bright for you? You don't want to look at it? You don't want to look at it? Say hi, YouTube. Hi. The light too bright? You gonna suck on my hair? Okay, YouTube fam. Thank you guys for coming to my video. If I missed anything about breastfeeding, I'm pretty sure I did, because mom brain is real. Leave me a comment down below and ask me whatever question you have, and I'll reply. And if I get a lot of questions, maybe I'll make another video. Fussy boy. Literally, he's like the happiest baby until I turn the camera on, and all y'all see is he's tired. He's sleepy. Daddy doesn't know that baby takes 2-hour naps, and he woke him up in an hour. But this baby, he needs a 2-hour nap. Oh, baby. He cannot function on 1 hour. He's like his mama. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And leave me some comments and I'll be back with another video.